Face movements, August the 27th, 2017. We're going to talk about Harvey. Got a few more videos to do. But we're going to tell you that this flood is going to get worse. Even if it don't rain, and it's raining right now down there as I'm looking at the weather map. What's crazy is Army Corp to open dams to stem Houston flood. And they're telling the public that they're going to open up these dams to help the public and all that. Alright, they're not helping out the public by opening up this dam, by these two dams. Alright, folks, it's the Buffalo Bayou, that's straight downtown Houston, too. So, let's get into this. So, the Army Corps opened dams to stem Houston flooding. Alright, as we scroll down, you can read it. Alright, Colonel Lars is commander of Galveston District of Corps of Engineers. He says water will be released from the Barker Reserve and Adex Reserve very slowly on Monday morning to prevent uncontrollable flooding of downtown Houston and Houston Ship Channel. Now, this is on the west side of, a little bit on the west side of Houston, but miles up. All right, folks, check this out. It's me. You ready? So the flooding's bad already. Flooding's bad. A dam is supposed to stop the floodwaters from entering where people live at, major populations of people, and some dams for electricity. It's to prevent floods from, so they could gather up the water. Now, downtown Houston is 17 miles downstream from the dams, which were built during the 1940s in response to a 1935 flood that underate much of downtown area, what we're seeing today. So it could catch a lot more water, so all that water ain't streaming straight down the Buffalo Bayou and flooding downtown. But they're opening up the dams, and it's going to flood on both sides. But all right, this is happening right now, right? August the 27th, 2017. Check this. This is from, I think, 2016. All right, so we just read that on August the 27th, 2017, they're going to open up the Badrick Dam and the Adick Dam, whatever those two dams. But we're going to show you right here. This article was written on March the 7th, 2016. All right, and this is Houston Public Media. All right, Texas has thousands of bad dams. Two in Houston deemed extremely high risk. As Houston Public Media reported last month, millions of dollars are being spent to repair two dams that hold back stormwater on the west side of Houston. They're among over 7,000 dams listed as hazardous in Texas. But because so many people and structures would be at risk should these two dams fail, they're getting attention. So they're fixing it up. And it takes years just to fix up a major dam. But these two dams are called. On one side is the Adick Reserve. On the other side is the Barker Reserve. Both have dams. But most of the time there's very little water. They're talking about there's bike trails, there's parks, all that. All right, but look at those two. All right, this is what Texas has thousands of bad dams. Two in Houston deemed extremely high risk. This is March 7, 2016. What are the names of these two dams that are bad, that are highly at risk? On one side is the Adick Reserve. On the other is Barker Reserve. Now check it out. Today, a year and almost 6 months later, all right, what two dams are they releasing? All right. Colonel is commander of Galveston District of Corps Engineering. He says water will be released from the Barker Reserve and Adick Reserve. Those two dams that are deemed extremely at high risk, they're letting water go. Oh, no, we're going to get deep with this one, folks. So, water was released on Monday at 2 a.m. and at 11 a.m. on August the 27th. Water releases impacting neighborhoods near Barker and Adick Reserves. Alright? And they're showing you the pictures. If you read, the article is going to be at the bottom. Alright? They're showing all the yellow, the reds, the areas that are going to be flooded out from this, and they're going to keep on loosening the water. Releasing the water. They're not going to do it all at one time, but they're going to keep on releasing the water till the water, if you read it, till the water peaks Wednesday or Thursday, or till it crests, because it got to come all the way downstream, go out the Buffalo Bayou into the ocean. All right, but they got the dams that they're releasing water, so of course the flood waters are going to get higher. Now, we just read, U.S. Army is left with no choice but to release water from 2 Houston dams before they fail. So we finally got down to the bottom, the truth, and it's 5:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on August the 27th. U.S. Army is left with no choice but to release water from 2 Houston dams before they fail, sending more water rushing down on the city as thousands are to leave their homes. It's not mandatory evacuation still. It's a volunteer. So if you're living down in Houston, you're watching this, get out now. All right, because I just showed you proof, and this is Texas media. All right. Your public broadcasting media joint, right? Texas has thousands. This is written on March the 7th, 2016. Texas has thousands of bad dams. 2 in Houston deemed extremely at high risk. What are those dams named? The Adic Reserve and the other reserve. As we went over one to channel 11, khou.com, down in Houston, from both of those dams. Then we find out the truth. U.S. Army is left with no choice but to release water from 2 Houston dams before they fail, sending more water rushing down on the city as thousands are told to leave. All right. So that's bad. And it's just bad first off because they're fixing this dam that they should have fixed years ago. Now they're going to send more water downstream on top of the rain that's going to impact tonight and tomorrow and early Tuesday morning as we're going to do the weather in a little bit. So it ain't going to crease. The rivers ain't going to crease till Wednesday, Thursday, but they're going to keep on sending more water down 17 miles down on both sides of the city. It's just crazy, folks. And what's crazy enough is this. So say you survive from the floodwaters, all right, and was able to make it to higher ground, was able to get evacuated within a couple days before the real chaotic stuff's about to happen, starting Tuesday, August the 28th, starting on August the 29th, and even after the flood leaves starting next week, all right, the city ain't going to have no sewer. All right, all that sewer water is, I wouldn't even if you live in the city and you still get water from your tap water, don't even drink that water. That's contaminated, for sure. It's going to start stinking. They're going to know the real devastation. But not only that, you got creatures living in this water. All right, we got this, the same part, but also they should have been warning people about pictures of alligators, too, swimming around our house. And the reason for that is because when flood starts to happening, the most dangerous thing if you live down south in a swamp-prone area from New Orleans, Louisiana, Florida, all that, you got alligators. During storms and high water, alligators make it to higher ground. They don't just swim in the deepest part, so they're going to keep moving and moving with the floodwaters near land. So we're going to see alligators. There's a lot of stuff going on, folks. All right? This is the No Face Movement. Check out my next videos about this nuclear power plant that's in Bay City in Texas. It's the movement, moving to next time. Facing off.